to be aware of it. By by us becoming aware that we are thinking and that it is the root cause of all our suffering, it automatically makes us conscious to the fact that we become detached to it, allowing it to settle and pass. This takes almost no effort and is done through pure presence in the moment. Here's an analogy from one of my mentors that illustrates this concept. Imagine I give you a bowl of cloudy, dirty, murky water. If I asked you, how would you make the water clear? How would you do it? Take 15 seconds to see what answers you come up with before moving on. Most people say something along the lines of filtering the water or even boiling it. What most people don't realize is that if we let the bowl of dirty water sit for a period of time, we can see that the dirt begins to settle on its own in the water, and after a while, the water becomes clear on its own. This is
Stop, stop,
how,
stop. See, let
okay, yes.
others also read.
Yes, yes,
I do
certainly.
not want to
Thank
repeat
you,
for
thank
every
you, thank
Sunday in the
you.
morning that
Yes,
read
yes,
only one
yes.
page or a little and then allow others to read.
Okay. So
Okay.
someone continue. I have stopped here. You can start from this is how our minds.
Yes, Tanuja, please go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Pinaki. Yeah. This is how our minds also work.
We can't
Tanuja,
hear you.
please
We can't
adjust
hear
your
you. Speak
mic.
a little loud.
Sorry,
We can't hear
Adjust
you.
your
Little,
mic.
little loud.
can you hear me now? Can you hear
No,
me now?
it's
No,
not
it's not.
audible.
It's not clear.
Okay. So then I'll give up. Let others read. Okay.
All right. Who would
Tanuja,
like to
we
take
can
it?
hear you now. See, my request to masterminds is if we make the voice maximum of our own phone or instrument, she is very loud and clear. Tanuja,
Yeah,
make an attempt.
I tried actually. I think my system is not supporting. Can you hear me now? Can you hear
I
me now?
can hear. Let others respond.
Okay. uh,
We
should I
can
go ahead
Just
hear,
and
go
but
read?
ahead,
it's
Tanuja.
very
Go ahead, read.
soft.
Okay. Okay. This is how our minds also work. If we let our thinking sit without disturbing it by trying to filter or boil it, the thinking.
Slow, slow, slow,
Slow, slow,
slow.
slow, please. Very slow. Everybody is grasping.
Okay. Okay. This is how our minds also work. If we let our thinking sit without disturbing it by trying to filter or boil it, the thinking will settle down on its own and our minds will become free from thinking. The natural state of water is clear, and the natural state of our minds is also clear if we do not disturb it. If life begins to feel unclear, disorganized, stressful, and you are not sure what to do next, you now know that it's only because your thinking is stirring up the dirt, making your mind cloudy and difficult to see ahead. You can use this as an indicator to help you realize that you are thinking way too much. Once we become aware of the fact that we are only feeling what we are thinking, and that thinking is the root cause of all our unpleasant experience, we see it for what it truly is. Then we allow it to settle by giving it space, and slowly we will see how we begin to have a clear mind again. You can also compare thinking to quicksand. The more that we fight our thinking, the more it amplifies the negative emotions and the worse it gets. The same is true for quicksand. If we are in quicksand, the way out isn't to fight it. If we panic and frantically try to fight it, it only makes things worse by tightening the grip it has on us and pulling us under faster. The only way out is to stop struggling and allowing the natural buoyancy of your body to take over, to bring you back up to the surface with ease. The only way to break free from our thinking is to let go and trust that our natural inner wisdom will guide us back to clarity and peace like it always has. If you find yourself fluctuating between thinking and non thinking, know that it is completely okay and quite normal. There is no way that we can remain in a state of non thinking every second of every day. And if we try to make that a goal, we will cause ourselves to suffer by forcing ourselves back into thinking again. We are spiritual, infinite beings having a physical, finite experience. Because of this, we are literally a living gateway between the human and the divine. So we will naturally oscillate between the two states of feeling anxious, stressed, and joyful or peaceful. We cannot control or prevent the oscillation between thinking and non thinking, but we can minimize the time spent in thinking and thus creating more moments where we do feel joyful, peaceful, passionate, and full of love. Although not being able to, I think someone else can pick up from here. Thank you.
Yeah, I will take up. Although not being able to control when we begin to think can seem like we are cursed with an inevitable fate, it is not something to worry about because we can always return to the state of non thinking. It is just a part of our beautiful human experience. What can give us true peace is knowing that we always have this state of pure peace, love, and fulfillment underneath any thinking that we may ever have at any given moment. That beautiful state we always want is something we can never lose, but only forget. But just because we can forget it does not mean it is not there. Just like when it becomes night and the sun sets, we know that the sun is always there. We just can't see it. If we thought when the sun sets that it may never come back, then understandably we will have a lot of anxious and fearful thoughts. The same is true for our state of being. We are ever really one moment away from remembering that we always have that infinite well of clarity, love, joy, peace, and fulfillment. We will forget sometimes, but when we do remember and realize that we are caught up in our thinking, when we experience negative emotions, that alone will allow us to return back home to our natural, beautiful state. All we have to do is remember it. Know that this is just our thinking and have peace knowing that the sun is not gone forever and that it will rise again soon enough. Having that understanding will allow us to also appreciate the night time for its existence and role in the universe. From that, we can see how it is meant to be a part of our human experience and begin to cherish its beauty as much as the sun.
Awesome. So can we have a quick discussion on this? Yes, राजेश जी, go ahead. आपको क्या लग रहा है अभी जो चैप्टर हमने पढ़ा?
I personally think that is the word thinking the right choice of a word, or is it distracting us, taking us away from our thoughts? I prefer if he had used the word to analyze or grinding or reflecting, would I feel would have been more apt, but I think the author is trying to stick to the same family of words between the verb and the noun, to think and thoughts and thinking. I personally felt that I would understand better if he had said that analysis of thoughts or is more powerful. But my question is, if by nature we are positive, we are born positive with peace, joy, love, why does the human mind shift from that eternal peace, positivity, sustainability, and potentially very powerful to a negative thing? Why does the human mind, that means, is the mind, I have read some research papers where they said that the mind, human mind is such that we naturally tend to think of negativities because the fear factor in terms of fear, fight or flight is very powerful. And so it engulfs the positivity. That is why, that is the creation of problems, frustration, disgusting, and unhappiness in life. So I think the first training should be, for me, to not think, have thoughts, do thinking, but do thinking and stress on positivity. Because as a child, also, when I was small, uh, if I would do something negative, like push a small glass and break it and things, which is a natural state of mind. But positivity, my parents had to tell me many, many times, don't push it, don't touch it, don't do that. So, though positivity is a natural state of mind, why does the mind shift to negativity? Is it a weak mind? Or is it an undeveloped mind? Or is it that my mind is uncontrolled? So the moment I have something positive, I stick and bring a negative thought and stick to it. I want to buy a dress. I'm giving a simple example. Immediately I think, will it be costly? Buy the think of buying. So stressing negativities is a natural state, but I don't know. I'm just sharing what I feel.
Okay. Who would like to add to this? Actually, observe what we are thinking right now. And we have just read a chapter where the author is saying that we are not born to think negative. We are not born to do anything which is not good for us. Yet we get into that state.
So is it a weak
And we
mind?
get into that state as an outcome of all the thinking that comes after the thought is generated or the thought is implanted in our head. And that thinking leads to all those outcomes which are undesired. You didn't desire those outcomes to happen, yet you face them.
Second thing, when the author is talking in terms of a bowl of musky, dirty water, and when I link it to my thoughts, does it mean that I can shift back to positivity in a natural state, or I need to make a conscious effort? Because when I start thinking of any event, then negativity is so powerful that it draws me away from happiness.
Yes,
So
Sanjana.
water settles down, but my thoughts don't come back to natural state. My thoughts are led to negativity, to frustration, to despair, to anxiety, and they remain there. So I think Sanjana would be the right person to answer. She's raised her hand.
Right or wrong, I think nothing is right and wrong. I'm just sharing my perspective. Good morning, everyone. And actually, what I think, the same question comes up with every person who starts just giving a thought to the situations. So, what came to my mind that when we were born, as in when we were living in jungles, at that time, those genes were developed in our being that we have to live in fight flight मोड इफ एट दैट टाइम अगर हमारे अंदर वो रिस्पॉन्स नहीं आता कि सामने शेर आएगा वो हमें खा जाएगा सो वी हैव टू गेट स्केयर्ड और फिर हमें फ्लाइट करना है वहां से फाइट करना है सो दोज जीन्स वर डेवलप्ड इन आवर बीइंग कि हमें फाइट फ्लाइट करना है अदरवाइज हमारा एग्जिस्टेंस पॉसिबल नहीं था So that's why I'm just thinking in term of Mangla ma'am कि she was saying कि why मतलब जब हम खुश पैदा हुए शांत पैदा हुए प्रसन्न चित्त पैदा हुए तो फिर हम बाद में नेगेटिव क्यों सोच रहे हैं और नेगेटिविटी क्यों एक नेचुरल रिस्पॉन्स बन गया सो द सेम क्वेश्चन वाज इन माय माइंड एट दैट टाइम तो जब मैंने उसको समझा तो उस समय वो एक जरूरत थी दैट वाज द नीड ऑफ द टाइम कि वो रिस्पॉन्स हो बट अभी बाद में वो एक नेचर बन गया जैसे पानी कहीं से गुजरता है गुजरता है गुजरता है तो वहां निशान बना देता है तो वही वो स्क्रैच हो गए हमारी सोल पे हमारे कॉन्शियसनेस में वो जीन्स डेवलप हो गए अभी पॉजिटिविटी के लिए हमें उसको ट्रेन करना पड़ता है कॉन्शियसली कॉन्शियस ट्रेनिंग करनी पड़ती है अभी जैसे मैं छोटा सा डज टाइम अलो या हमें अभी आगे रीडिंग पे जाना है बिकॉज मैं बहुत दिनों के बाद इस सेशन को ज्वाइन कर रही हूँ तो मुझे नहीं पता कि क्या प्रोसेस रह रहा है आगे
Actually, I want everybody else to reflect on this as well. Yeah, you continue.
ओके 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 सो व्हाट अभी मतलब बड़ा नेचुरली ट्रिगर हो जाता है हम कितनी भी पॉजिटिविटी की प्रैक्टिस करें कितनी भी अभी हमारे पास कहीं पर कोई बच्चा छोटा खेलता हुआ तो हम तुरंत वही बात बोलेंगे कि बाहर नहीं निकलो सीढ़ियों से गिर जाओगे उस चीज को नहीं छुओ अगर हम मतलब कॉन्शियस प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं उसके बावजूद ही हमारे दिमाग में अंदर से शोर आना शुरू हो जाएगा वी विल स्टार्ट शाउटिंग फ्रॉम इनर सेल्फ की डोंट गो देयर वहां पर हम कॉन्शियस प्रैक्टिस तो कर रहे हैं कि हमें पॉजिटिव बोलना है थ्रू द डे में कोई नेगेटिव परंतु अंदर से वो आ रही है तो वो बड़ा नेचुरली आ रहा है अब उसको ओवरकम कैसे किया जाए बार बार रिपीटेशन जो रिपीटेशन इतनी सदियों से मतलब हमारी सोल की जर्नी जब स्टार्ट हुई तब से हो रही है तो उसको दोबारा से मतलब उसको रिवायर करने में टाइम लगता है वो हम पुरानी की बात करें हमारे पेरेंट्स भी हमें क्यों बोलते थे क्योंकि उनकी अपब्रिंगिंग वैसी थी उनकी रेयरिंग वैसी थी उनकी कंडीशनिंग भी वैसी थी तो हमें रिकंडीशन करने में थोड़ा टाइम लगता है और जो क्योंकि नेचुरल जो कंडीशनिंग हो गई नेगेटिविटी को देखने की वो जरूरत थी परंतु अब हमें कॉन्शियसली स्विच करना है पॉजिटिविटी पे सो दैट्स माय टेक ऑन कि वी नीड टू कॉन्शियसली प्रैक्टिस और वो दैट कम्स थ्रू अवेयरनेस लाइक अभी वो जो एक हमने अभी रीड किया चैप्टर कि इमीडिएटली ही टोल्ड हिम वेयर इज द हेल दिस इज द हेल तो द थिंग शिफ्टेड एट द सेम टाइम जैसे उसने बोला दिस इज द हेल ही इमीडिएटली स्टॉप वो स्टॉप क्या था एक पोज था जो वो फ्यूरियस था एकदम ही वॉज इन हाई रेज तो उस समय उसको मारने को था बट ही इमीडिएटली टोल्ड हिम कि दिस इज द रेज दिस इज द हेल तो ही गॉट दैट रियलाइजेशन तो रियलाइजेशन का कोई भी मोमेंट हो सकता है कि कब हमें रियलाइजेशन हो जाए और हम एकदम से स्विच हो जाए छोटी छोटी चीजों में हो सकता है परंतु कॉन्शियस एफर्ट हमें डालने ही पड़ते हैं और हम वी ऑल आर सेलिंग इन द सेम बोट वी आर ऑन कॉन्शियस प्रैक्टिसेस सो दैट्स माय टेक ऑन दिस थैंक यू सो मच
It's very deep. Let us hear from some other people as well. Nilesh,
Yeah.
Manish.
I think author is trying to say that you minimize your negative thoughts. Our mind is by default it is positive, but we think more on the negative thoughts. Author is saying to minimize these thoughts. Like this, if daily sunset is there and then daily sunrise is there, if in the night we think if sunrise is not the next day, what will happen? then the negative thoughts start coming in our mind.
Mm-hmm.
The same way with mostly
Replace we with
concentrate.
I.
Mostly I think on the negative points. It's like this: whatever I have the belongings, I will not thought on that. But what I don't have, if I don't have the car, I will think on that point only, not what I have.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. Manish, Pravina, Ankita. See, actually observe what are you thinking and then share it, You are definitely thinking something. Probably you are also thinking going one step ahead that if I share, I don't know whether I can share it in the right way or the right or may not be in the right way. पता नहीं लोग क्या सोचेंगे when I start talking on this. पता नहीं मैं सही बोल पाऊंगी या बोल पाऊंगा या नहीं. पता नहीं whatever I am saying is going to be the right thing or not. Keep observing all this thinking which you are experiencing right now, including the one which is stopping you from sharing what you're thinking. Please go ahead, share. This is not a normal book reading session. It's a book practicing session. And this is the best opportunity you have, at least once in a week.
Yeah, when we born, our
I,
thinking.
when I was
Okay,
born.
when I was born, my thinking was developed according to the people's. My thinking was developed according to the people's thinking surrounded to me. So it is developed automatically on its own by the situations people's thinking surrounding by me. So whenever uh, I receive the thought that okay, my thinking is developed according to the situations and people's thinking around surrounding to me. The thought came to me that yeah, if it is there, then I can change it. Whatever I want to become, I can change my thoughts according to my outcome. So, yeah, as our mind or our thinking ability is whatever knowledge we receive from the outside by our senses. So, if that is the case, the power is within me. I can change my thinking, and I can study in that direction, get the knowledge in that direction. And I'm doing right now that what should be my thinking and how I can change it and what is the effect, what is my outcome. And I'm currently working on that. And this I am having physical copy of this book also. I have read some part of this book before also, and I'm on the way. What is my outcome, and accordingly, I am choosing my thought.
Mhm.
So the physical pain is there. We cannot change it, but how we react to that, or how we react to the various conversations or whatever information come to us, it is in our hands how we react to that things, and that reaction happens from our thinking. So the thoughts or information or physical things are there, but how we react to these things is in our hands, and we can develop that consciously.
Yeah. Even replacing we from I is also in my hand. It's that is where I
Yeah,
need to check that how I'm conditioned. I have conditioned myself for so many years that I mostly think in terms of we,
mm,
generalize things, and then I put myself into that trap that this is the way everybody is thinking, so I'm not an exception. but I'm always an exception because whatever I'm thinking is not anybody is not exactly the same that others are also thinking. Okay, let me give you all a beautiful way of looking at these things. Many of you have heard this four-letter word called FOMO. Have you heard that?
No.
FOMO,
Yeah, fear of missing out.
fear of missing out. So thinking results in that only. At any given point of time, if you are experiencing that fear of missing out, it's inevitable that it's an outcome of the thinking that followed with one thought, which was from where it all started. The next stage of this is JOMO, JOMO, joy of missing out. So even if you missed out, you are enjoying it. You said, it's okay, I was not in the party. It's okay, I didn't hear what you said. I missed out. I didn't hear when you ask somebody, what's your name? That person said his name, and then you forget it within 2 minutes. You can't even recall what the person said. And that is the FOMO part. But you can come out of that FOMO and move into that zone of ZOMO. Rather, ZOMO is a state which is natural. Joy of missing out. It's okay, I forgot your name. Do you remember mine? And if the person can't say your name, then you are both of you are on the same boat. So that can help you to come out of those thinking. And I use another beautiful four-letter word, which is beyond these two experiences. One is fear of missing out, and second one is joy of missing out. I have a third four-letter word, which is a very famous word, and that is MOMO, Momo. And you know what Momo is all about? It's magic of missing out. I missed it, absolutely okay. That's what magic of missing out is all about. It's beyond that experience of fear or joy. It's a blissful experience. You're enjoying, rather you're enlightened. You're always at that enlightened state. It really doesn't matter if I missed out something. It's okay. At least as long as I'm not missing out my breaths, it's absolutely fine. Because if I miss my breaths, chances are less that I will survive after around 4 minutes. Isn't it? So as long as I'm not missing out on my breaths, that's what magic of missing out is all about. I can miss everything, but I can't afford to miss a breath. Let's go ahead.
The human mind does not live by survival, sir. The human mind seeks growth, development, happiness, and joy. So that does not come by just,
For what?
sorry?
Why do you seek? Because you feel that it is missing. That's why you seek.
Uh-huh.
And the definition of joy, love, fulfillment, it also differs. Is it the real thing, or it is something which we gathered after we have done something or achieved something or get something?
See, according to NLP, every word is stored inside your mind as an experience, and that experience is exclusive to you. What you feel joy is all about is not the same that remaining 8 billion people on the earth feel. आपको लगता है जॉय का फीलिंग ऐसा ही है? हाउ डिड यू नो that this is what the feeling of joy is, this is what the feeling of excitement is? It's your perception about a certain feeling जिसको आपने लेबल लगाया जॉय, शायद जॉय ऐसा ही है. Then somebody said, no, there could be another state, and let us call it enjoy. Now, what is joy? What is the difference between joy and enjoy? The difference is what you perceive.
Yeah.
You can say, when I'm joyful, then I enjoy my life. Okay, that is your perception about the distinction between joy and enjoy. That may not be the same for everyone. It is not same for everyone. It is definitely different for different people, because your way of thinking about any word, the emotion that you attach with every word that you learn, is absolutely unique. That's why the very first presupposition of NLP says that the model of the world is unique for every human being. And it is unique because it is as per you. आपको लगता है कि दुनिया ऐसा ही है. And then whatever comes or whatever follows, all the thinking that follows is based on that thought, that this is what you think that the world is all about. You can actually practice this. You just catch hold of anybody. आज का एक दिन ही करो और उसको पूछो what is the difference between joy and enjoy, and you will be shocked that there are so many definitions, there are so many perceptions, there are so many feelings, so many emotions. It will come to you as a shock. Many people can't even express. They will look here, look around, this side, that side. वो सोचते रहेंगे आपको बताने के लिए कि जॉय और एंजॉय में डिफरेंस क्या है. यू विल शॉक्ड. यू विल फाइंड देम स्माइलिंग. They are at a joyful state at that point of time. They are enjoying it as well, but they are looking for the right words to express themselves. आप खुद ही करके देखो. Even if you write the difference between joy and enjoy every day once, आप देखना 30 दिन you'll come up with 30 different thoughts, 30 different ideas, 30 different explanation of the difference between joy and enjoy. You can also ask the same question in a different way. What is the connection between joy and enjoy? And probably we'll end up with the same answer. The answer for the difference and connection is the same. है ना? आप किसी को बोलो what is the difference, वो जवाब देगा. फिर आप बोलो don't you think these two are connected? And then after a little while that person will say हाँ हाँ हाँ, it's not a difference, they are actually connected. And you do it the other way around. पहले बोलो what is the connection, वो बोलेगा connection. फिर आप बोलो don't you think these two are different? Joy कुछ और है, enjoy कुछ और है. Again it goes to some kind of thinking. And then person will probably say हाँ आप सही कह रहे हैं, they are different. This is all an
Similarly,
outcome of the thinking. Right?
similarly,
It's good.
similarly is the definition of success, no, which is different from individual to individual.
Always, always. Your meaning of success will never match somebody else's meaning of success. Even if it matches, that person will be shocked.
Joy,
ये कैसे
success,
possible?
beauty.
Every word, for that matter, every word. Even if you take the word simple and A and D, you'll find all the different meanings from all the different people. You ask them to give an example, illustrate, you'll find it different. You take all these grammar books and you'll find different way of saying the same thing. They are also talking about and, but all authors have their own way of saying it. Okay, exciting? Let's go ahead. So we were here, chapter 7. Let's move to chapter 8. Who would like to read?
I
My
will
chart.
read. Yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Uh, Chapter 8. How can we possibly thrive in the world without thinking? Anxiety is thought without control. Flow is control without thought. James Clear. Here is the question that will guide you to an insight about this question. What thoughts are going through your head when you are doing your absolute best work, where you are fully captivated and interested by what you are doing in the moment? Take about 15 seconds to wait for an answer to pop up before moving on. If you still haven't had the insight or epiphany from the answer, here is another question that may point you in the right direction. When you are loving what you do so much and are completely engrossed in it that you lose all sense of time and space, Akka, when you are in the state of complete flow, what thoughts are going through your mind as you are in the state of flow in the moment? Pause here and wait for the answer to rise. Give it about 30 to 60 seconds for insight to come in. When you are doing your best work and you are in the total state of flow, where there is no separation between you and the work you are doing, you are having no thoughts in the moment. And if you are having thoughts, it is just flowing right through you without you having to think about it. In other words, the state of peak performance of human can be described as the state of non-thinking. It may seem crazy, but we do our best work when we aren't thinking. And you just prove it with your own experience. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone want to read further? Or should I continue?
Somebody please take up.
Okay, I can read here. I have to read from which line? Sorry, I was away from the
Here's
phone.
another example from there.
Okay, thank you. Here is another example that will help illuminate the truth of this topic. When professional or even Olympic athletes are competing, do you think they are thinking and over analyzing every single thing that is happening during the game? What thoughts or thinking do you think is going on during the competition for them? The highest performing athletes will describe when they are in their peak state that they are in the zone. This zone is the state of flow or the state of non-thinking. In Japanese culture, they have a beautiful word to describe this phenomena within machine. What does this mean? Any idea what this machine is? What is the meaning of this?
Mushin, he is saying that he is the definition from
Oh,
Stockholm
okay.
Times.
Okay. Motion is achieved when the mind is free of random thoughts, free of anger, free of fear, and particularly free of ego. It applies during combat and or other facets of life. When motion is achieved during combat, there is an absence of those or rambling thoughts. It leaves the practitioner free to act and react without hesitation. He reacts according to all of the study and training that has brought the karateka to this point, relying on not what you think should be your next move, but on what you trained instinctive subconscious reaction directs you to do. After practice, thinking hinders the performance of athletes and the same is true for everyone. We only hesitate, are reluctant, have doubts, insecurities, and fears only when we begin thinking and over analyzing. We function and perform our best and embody our full potential the moment we enter a state of non thinking. Without thinking, we are free from limitations of the ego and are able to create the most incredible things in the world. I'm not asking you to adopt this belief, but to try it and experience it for yourself so that you gain the insight to make it your own.
So, here I would like to ask a little question based on what we read. All this positivity in terms of thought, next, if we don't control our thoughts, then it leads to anxiety, then it leads to frustration, it leads to negativity. This is the state for all, including myself, normal human social beings who want to live in society, who want to develop, who want to grow and lead a positive life. But what happens when there are antisocial people like murderers, burglars? They stress negativity more and they are so focused that they do what they have to do or what they think they should do or what they want to do. So here are two distinct races, broad races of man, which are socially life oriented, positivity like you, me, and everybody. And there are others who are antisocial elements where they live by thinking and not thoughts. Is that the truth? Anxiety is thought without control, and flow is control without thought. That set my thinking, and so I'm sharing this. Thank you.
The antisocial is your definition. It's your definition, your experience, your feeling, your emotions about the people who are not following a certain kind of people. That's it. For them, it's a game of life. For you, it's a game of life. बच्चे game नहीं खेलते.
So then
There's so many video games they play
why does the police,
where they hit, where they kill.
why does the society need police and military to stop these elements? No.
Society exists as per your own thinking. It's you ask 10 different people and they will have 10 different answers for society. What is society for you? We are talking about society and then we go ahead and differentiate it by saying in your society people do like this, in their society they do like this, in her society people do like this, in his society people do like this, and then you are distinguishing the societies as well.
Yeah, agreed.
Because FOMO.
I want to add something here.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah. So actually, I was thinking what I was going to read next. So basically, whatever I read, I was thinking the same thing before I started reading that. So that aligned my thoughts. And one more thing I want to add is we only do a lot of thinking. Like I do thinking only when I'm not. I don't have belief in the process, right? So my take on that is that if we whatever we are doing, and
What I say, I say 10.
yeah, whatever I'm doing, if I have if I have faith in the process that yes, if I'm doing it in the right way, uh, I will do it anyway. So what will happen is when I have a faith on the process, when I strongly believe that yes, I have the faith in the process, then my thinking will go away because we only think when we are doubtful. So what I do in my day-to-day life is I just focus on I just believe in the process. It's just like everything I relate with the nature. You know, when the seed is planted, right, the fruits will come anyway, right? Some fruits might come late, some fruits will come early. So best thing to learn is from the nature. Like we read so many books that the The best thing I learned from them is that you need to have faith in the process, faith in the process of life, or whatever we are doing, small thing or whatever. And we need to have that uh,
I
when I need to have that strong character, that yes, if I'm doing this on a daily basis with complete faith in the process, you know, my all my negative thinking will go away, and I'll stop thinking, and I'll start working. So I think this belief in me, it makes a lot of sense to me, and it really helps.
and yes, and this is the thinking, but because if at any point of time if this belief does not match, then what?
No, but you have to believe it.
Yeah,
This is
that's
how.
what I'm saying. See, everybody, whatever you say
Mm.
is as per your belief. It is always like that. Like even what I'm saying right now is as per my belief. I believe that this is so.
Yeah. So
Similarly, whatever you are saying is this is so.
yeah. So what I'm saying is, when I'm see whatever I'm saying, and I'm practicing that,
Hmm.
so all my undesired thinking goes away. So
Yes,
that's a
so
pure.
that's what the thinking is all about. So that means if I'm not practicing, then what it will lead me to? Will it lead me to a state of dissatisfaction? Will
Yeah,
it
yeah.
lead me to a state of, say, a guilt that okay, I didn't follow my belief. अब मैं क्या करूं? All these things happened to me because I didn't follow my belief.
Yes.
This is what Nguyen is talking about. That every outcome of you not feeling comfortable is a result of thinking of something which happened. Something is happening that pops up a thought, and whatever follows that thought is the thinking. And often that thinking is an outcome of to save myself. If this is so, then I must ensure that it remains that way. That is where that fear comes in. Did you notice that?
Yes.
Yeah. If it doesn't go this way, then what? As long it is going this way, it's okay. I'm okay. I'm perfectly comfortable. Observe the thoughts that pops up when you get up in the morning and the thinking that goes before you leave your bed, before you get up from your bed. कि आज का टेम्परेचर क्या है, वेदर कैसा है, whether it is raining outside or it is fog outside. What my mother does, the moment she gets up, she checks that whether there is fog outside or not. And then her first sentence comes that if there is fog, then she will say, आज तो कपड़े जल्दी नहीं सूखेंगे. That's how she starts her day. जिस दिन it's sunny, oh, आज तो कपड़े जल्दी सूख जाए. So I will be free. If the clothes dry up early, I will be free. If they take time, then I have to manage. कि मैं इसको फिर कहाँ लेके जाऊं, कितना वेट करूं, कहाँ अभी यहाँ डालूं या उधर डालूं. And she will keep on talking about this also. This is probably a classic case of homemakers.
Yeah. So Pinaki, that's what I was saying, that whatever we wish to do, or whatever we are doing, we need to have faith in the process, faith in our effort.
Exactly. So your faith is up to that. You think that this is the process and I have followed it in the past and it worked in my favor. So now I have faith in this. If it doesn't work, then see that's how a surgeon operates. He has a faith that this is how this organ works. And with that faith, he opens the body. And when he opens the body, it is not exactly the same. There is definitely some other challenge over there. But still, he has a faith that I can still overcome it and I'll ensure that this man goes healthy back home once I complete the surgery. And he also has faith in God that it will work because it's an autonomous system. He has to have faith in that autonomous intelligence. I call this AI, that you are born with this AI. How beautiful this AI is, that your body is an autonomous intelligence system. It works on its own. Even after the surgery, the doctor or the surgeon has to have faith that this body will recover. मेरे को तो काटना था, मैंने काट दिया. But I cannot put the pieces together. I can only place the pieces together. But putting it back together is in the hand of the body. वो मेरे हाथ में नहीं है. Observe these two words which I said. Placing the pieces together between joining the pieces together. I can place them, but I cannot put them the way they were before I cut it. And there is still discoveries. At some point of time, people couldn't even think कि मैं एक चलता फिरता हार्ट में भी जाकर सर्जरी कर सकता हूँ. But now even that is also happening.
What did you say? What did you say? I missed that. Pinaki, the last thing.
Open heart surgery.
Okay.
So people couldn't even think of having an open heart surgery. But then somebody thought about it. And then he created a system such that open heart surgery can also be done where the heart is actually pumping, then you are doing the surgery. Because you cannot even for a moment think of the heart is not pumping when you're doing a surgery on the heart. And even after that, you have complete faith that this is going to work. But even after that, the moment you close the surgery, now you have to leave that to the body to recover, to heal itself. वो आपके हाथ में नहीं है. आपका फेथ वहां तक काम कर रहा है. If it doesn't work that way, now your faith is broken. So now you're looking for some other way to make sure that it works. So it's the faith is a experience which keeps on evolving. Faith is not something which limits you कि इतना ही होना चाहिए, ऐसा ही होना चाहिए. Faith is a process which keeps on evolving. You have faith up to this, that is, I have faith my car will work, my car will survive for next 15 years. But it's also machine. When you leave your house, you have faith कि आज ऐसा ही होगा. But it always doesn't happen like that. So you apply another faith that whatever be the situation, I will still reach office on time. Whether it's sun, whether it's winter, whether it's fog, whether it's rain, whether there will be traffic, I'll still reach my office on time. Why? Because I started 1 hour early. 1 घंटा पहले अगर मैं निकल जाऊं, मुझे कोई रोक ही नहीं सकता to reach my office on time. And I have that faith. Now the question is, do I have faith enough to do that? To do exactly that? I have faith that if I start 1 hour early, I will reach. But do I have the faith in me to start 1 hour early? So faith keeps on changing, faith keeps on evolving. Faith is a process which keeps on evolving based on the experience that we're experiencing every day in day-to-day activities, followed by all the thinking which follows, with all the thoughts which are coming.
Similarly, At, my thoughts also can evolve, no?
Thoughts don't evolve. Thoughts have nothing to do with evolving. Thoughts are just something which is just coming to you based on an event. कुछ event हुआ, the first thing that you connect with that event is the thought.
Yes, but my experiences may make me think differently, and so thoughts could be different. Initially, I thought of something, but my
Hmm.
experience tells me no, it is not so. So I begin to
That is
think,
the thinking.
no, 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 no.
When you are connecting it with your experience, that is the thinking. As long you are not connecting with the experience, that is the thought. Thought has nothing to do with evolving. Thought is just like a seed. खटाक thought हुआ अभी हुआ जैसे immediately a thought came to your mind that
Yes, but
it may not
can
be
my
same.
thoughts not, can my thoughts not evolve and change and modify?
Thoughts have nothing to do with evolving. Thoughts are just an incident. It just happened. It just came to your mind. Whatever follows is according to the past experiences that you have.
Oh, so based on my experience, can my thoughts now I didn't have a very positive, I had a different line of thought. And now my experience tells me, no, my thoughts today are different.
See, that is the thinking part. So,
Maybe,
whenever you are
maybe.
encountering
So
with a new
thinking
thought,
is
you are
sometimes,
comparing.
yes, so thinking is also useful. It helps me modify my thought and stabilize them.
See, thinking is just an outcome of a thought which is coming to you immediately. Like this sentence which I said, that is a thought. इसमें कोई इवॉल्व होने की अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं है. Whatever is you are thinking about, that one thought is connected with the past experiences that you have. It could be even 1 minute before that past experience. Did you notice the difference between thought? That thought cannot be evolved. Thought is just like a drop of water. It's a new drop of water. Now what will follow that you are going to do with that new drop of water is the thinking.
Yes, but now my thinking is so powerful that it helps me redefine my original thoughts.
Again, this powerful adjective that you are adding to your thinking is your thinking. Thinking can never be powerful or powerless. Thinking is just a process which follows every thought. Powerful is a feeling, it's not a thinking. I'm feeling powerful. Yes, Dr. Aditya.
See, I'm giving some examples of my yesterday's experience. जैसे सुबह में मैंने सोचा था कि yesterday I will attend one session at ISKCON. It is on some subject of self development, and then I will go to one Mata Choki. Then I started reading, from tomorrow we will read a essentialism book and deep work. Then uh, a thought came, is it essential? So the answer is no. See, thinking is when we engage in a thought. I'm practicing very, very seriously. Whenever there is a thought, like to respond to somebody, like in my society managing committee, I feel there are areas which requires improvement. So I wrote an email. Earlier, I used to keep on thinking, have a one-to-one session with Inaki ji. Shall I send an email? Shall I not send? How shall I draft it? So that is thinking. Similarly, I had an experience day before yesterday also and yesterday also. The family members respond in a particular manner, and especially wife conversation happens more with a spouse. But then I immediately remember, chapter 1, arrow 2. How I respond, how I take this is with me. And without replying, without, happily accepting, always in a jolly mood. So, thought is different, thinking is different, and it is very, very essential to understand the difference. I have collected, 12 PDF on thinking, and physical books also. I have purchased many on thought and thinking because this topic interested me so much, because everything is revolving around thought and thinking whole our life till we die. So this is my experience. I request each one of us to see in our own life laboratory what is thought, what is thinking, how we can apply arrow to. Earlier we were saying LPJ, LPJ. Today I got two more magic words: clarity and fulfillment. If I am clear and if I am fulfilled, if I love myself, then I don't need anything else. Let the outside world be hell. Thank you.
Wonderful thoughts,
Beautiful,
Kumar sir.
beautiful. Let us hear from some other people as well.
Thank you.
I know,
Nilesh, Pravina,
Ankita.
Ankita.
Sir, I'm completely involved in in listening to everyone consciously and observing how everybody's having different concept on the same word, thinking and thought. For me, I feel there was a time in my life where I was only getting negative thoughts. That it comes to relationship or career, I'm not good enough. So when I started attending NLP and I came in contact with Pinaki sir, so it was not. It was. It took me around 6 to 8 months to make that shift from thinking from negative, getting. First of all, I was not getting positive thoughts at all. My mind was so involved in. Sir, please alert me if I'm going off topic. Uh, yeah. So when I started getting negative thoughts, like suppose I met with an accident, an example. So next time I used to fear of the next vehicle who is coming in front of me. I never touch the vehicle itself. So that that is what happened to me. In every way, that thought is to link to that incident. So that is the negative incident will again become more. It will enlarge. That is to happen. So when I started shift in the words, as we'll say in first person, talking in first person, then so I started generating positive words. First of all, generating positive words in that negative situation is a big um, that is the crux of coming out of that negative thinking pattern. So when I read books and when I get that new words like joy, happiness, empowerment, development, so these words will help me to come out of that negative because mind is always thinking of frustration, anger, ego. Only those things were going in mind when I was in that state. But when I started focusing and observing most and relating that positive in the situations happening around, that made a shift in my thinking process. Now, today I got to know one more very powerful word from Manish sir is faith in the process. So that is stuck to me now this morning. Usually all negative stucks to me, but that shift is happening as and when I'm observing such things and trying to only focus on the positive words. Yeah, that is my take on it.
I have a small doubt out here. Is look at nature in the sense animals, birds. When a bird sits on a branch, it thinks of honey and picks the honey. It chooses what is life oriented, what is positive. But as human beings, do we in general tend to stress or carried away, or we are oscillated by negativities more than positivities, and hence the controlling factor needs to be worked on so that we control and keep ourselves in a positive atmosphere and not be dragged into negativity. Is that the case?
How do you know what the bird is thinking?
Yes, and based on the environment where we are daily conversing and interacting. with people. That also makes a difference, man.
So how do you know what the bird is thinking?
Well, I can observe it, but that does not, that observation does not exist in me. I can observe my thoughts, whereas I'm observing what the bird is doing. So I am led to feel
How
that,
do you know what the bird is thinking?
yeah, based on the behavior,
Yeah,
whereas
that is
my
your thinking.
behavior
The
may
bird may
be
not be thinking
negative,
at all.
maybe.
It's not maybe, it is.
Okay.
Based on your observation, you are thinking, not the bird is thinking.
The sense of self-defense is very strong in them, whereas the sense of self-defense
You think that way.
is not as strong.
You think that way. It is your thinking, not the bird's thinking. How does the bird know that its thinking is uh, weaker than yours? It doesn't even know whether it is thinking or not.
Yes, by maybe.
Yeah, I want to add something. See, I read a book, Power of the Heart, a few months back, uh, and the God has given us a very powerful machine, the heart, which is pumping automatically without any intervention. So, with that, uh, reading that book, Power of the Heart, you know, like it all, like our heart is a very powerful machine, and every whatever we like, I said that the faith in the process. So when I say that faith in the process, and and I focus on my heart, that my heart is so powerful, you know, the heart, electromagnetic, you say the field is so much, 50 times stronger than the mind. So what I mean to say is, if we focus on the heart, with the power of the heart, with the feeling of the heart, and with that love, and having that faith in the process, it can lead us to such a good results. And with that strong faith and the power of the heart, you know uh, I find myself very confident and very peaceful. And having that, yes, if I focus on the heart, because I learned that the electromagnetic field is so powerful in the heart, and that the heart machine is pumping automatically without our intervention throughout the life. When we have that so powerful machine inside us, how I cannot have faith in the process of whatever I wish to do. And one more thing is, I don't focus on the outcome. I just focus on, yes, if I'm doing it the right way with complete faith, so what will happen will be good for me. It's not like what I want. What will happen, that is better for me, not better than what I want. So with the power of the heart and knowing the power of the heart, like how powerful our heart is, and having that faith in the process of life, our intuition, our instincts, I think this belief system is very powerful for me in my day-to-day life. And one more thing I read was, believing in yourself is believing in God. So I always believe in myself that, yes, if I'm doing it the right way, then it will give us good results for me. Not what I want, but whatever the result will be, that will be good for me. Yeah. Thank you.
Nilesh, Pravina, would you like to add something to this? In fact, let me put it the question a different. So, what would you like to add to this? Observe the thinking that you're thinking right now. Every moment when I invite you to share your thoughts. That is the thought. And then observe the thinking which is following. And then observe the actions that are following. Observe the behavior that are following. And what is that behavior is leading you not to take the action, or rather to take the action to keep silent. Observe. So yeah, Nilesh, would you like to add to this? Okay, others also observe what you are thinking when others are silent. Yes, Praveen, go ahead.
When you asked me to share my thought, thinking on this, the first thing there is already something going on my mind according to whatever shared in the group. So, like when Manishi shared that we have belief in our process. So, like the Hitler or a Napoleon or even Trump, he has some thought belief system according to which he operates, and we even I always try to check the belief or thought process from the outcome, what is happening in the outside world according to someone's behavior. So when the Hitler is doing, he believes that he is doing is the right way, and people also believe in his belief system. So everyone, even I, operate from some belief system, and uh, only what is the outcome of that belief system, or what is the outcome of the process I am following, that decides whether it is right or wrong, and that too it varies from the person to person. So maybe from the Hitler's point of view, whatever he did is the right, and he till the end of the life he may not be thinking that he has done something wrong. So it is true for everyone, for me also. So the life should be fulfilled or purpose driven. It is also a thought process. So it depends on me whether should I adopt it or not, whether uh, for living a purposeful for or fulfilling life. If it is a flow, it comes naturally, then I enjoy it. But if the belief system is uh, adopted from something or influenced by something, then I'm not enjoying it. That's the thinking I'm doing right now.
Great sharing. We
Uh,
talk about Hitler. Uh, लेकिन एक बात सोचिए, लाइक आई हैव ऑलवेज थॉट इट दिस वे, हिटलर ने खुद क्या किया था? हिटलर ने कंसंट्रेशन कैंप नहीं बनाया, उसने खाली बोला, कुछ लोगों ने बनाया. ऑब्जर्व दिस, यू नो स्टार्ट थिंकिंग इन दिस वे. ही डिडंट डू एनीथिंग मैनुअली. ही ओनली प्लांटेड द सीड्स. ऐसा करना है, कंसंट्रेशन कैंप बनाना है, and then that order was followed. Observe, rather ask yourself, if that person didn't have followed that order, फिर क्या होता? शायद उसी को मार देता. लेकिन वो मारता क्या? वो खुद मारता. उसने किसी की तरफ एक भी गोली चलाई? कहीं पे हिस्ट्री में लिखा हुआ है उसने किसी को मार दिया? He himself killed somebody. You can actually do a deep research, a
So,
deep work, a deep research on this one topic.
So not able to get that point. उसने किसी को मारा
व्हाट
मीन्स
डिड हिटलर डू? एडोल्फ हिटलर ने क्या किया? व्हाट डिड ही डू? डिड ही किल एनीबॉडी? खुद जाके? कहीं पे डिड यू फाइंड एनीवेयर एनी मेंशन दैट ही किल्ड समबडी?
no, sir, he was leading some people.
Yeah, his only job was to plant seeds of thoughts into those minds जहां पे उससे पौधा निकलेगा जो वो ढूंढ रहा है, जिसकी वो सोच रहा है. if you put if you try to say cultivate tea in Delhi, वो टी प्लांटेशन होगा ही नहीं, मर जाएगा. वो वहीं पे चलेगा जहां पे उसको एनवायरनमेंट मिलेगा. हिटलर डिडंट किल एनीबॉडी, neither did Napoleon Hill, neither Trump is doing anything. He is only implanting thoughts. काम कौन कर रहा है? अल्टीमेट काम कौन कर रहा है? द पर्सन हु इज एट द फ्रंट. और वो भी डर के मारे ही कर रहा है, खुशी खुशी थोड़ी कर रहा है, अपने आप को बचाने के लिए ही कर रहा है. इट्स ओनली अ ट्रांसफर ऑफ थॉट from Trump to next person to next person to next person to next person till it goes to the soldier who is fighting in Iraq or Iran or wherever. That is what
Yes, sir.
leadership.
Got
Leadership
it.
is not about doing. Leadership is all about planting the seed in the right mind. Leadership is all about finding the right mind, the right field, the right environment, जहाँ पे वो सीड से वो पौधा निकलेगा जो वो ढूंढ सोच रहा है, और उस पौधे से वो फल भी आएगा. That is what the quality of a leader is. Leader's job is not to do. Leader's job is to think.
Also to motivate others to do.
Even that is probably he is doing. कि मैं कौन सी वर्ड्स कैसे यूज करने से ये बंदा मोटिवेट होगा. बट मेनी अ टाइम्स द मोटिवेशन इज आल्सो एन आउटकम ऑफ फियर. अगर मैं नहीं करूं तो मैं मर जाऊंगा, मुझे ही मार देगा, तो लेट मी डू इट. सी इवन इन दिस विंटर, जब मैं जरा रजाई से निकलता हूं तो बहुत सोच समझ के निकलता हूं. बट थिंक ऑफ द गाइस हु आर सर्विंग थ्रू आउट द नाइट, दिस बिग बास्केट एंड मिल्क बास्केट एंड जिप्टो एंड ये जोमेटो एंड स्विगी. रात को 12 बजे 1 बजे प्रोडक्ट डिलीवर कर रहा है, सुबह 6 बजे प्रोडक्ट डिलीवर कर रहा है. वो 4 बजे चला जाता है ऑफिस में, वो 3 बजे उठता है उसी रात को उसी टेम्परेचर में. खुशी खुशी उठता होगा? बहुत कम. नॉट अ सिंगल पर्सन हु इज इन दैट चेन इज प्रोबेबली गेटिंग अप अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग जस्ट खुशी खुशी. उसका एक ही खुशी है, जिस दिन सैलरी ट्रांसफर होता है अकाउंट में, दैट इज द मोमेंट फॉर विच ही इज वर्किंग थ्रू आउट द मंथ, गेटिंग अप अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग, even when he doesn't want to do it or she doesn't want to do it.
No, Pinaki, what is the point here? I didn't get that.
The point is that everything that you are doing, that most of us are doing, is an outcome of fear, fear of something. That is the outcome of the thinking. Thought was कि मुझे survive करना है. Everything which is following is the thinking, that how to survive. मुझे आज का दिन निकालना है, मैं क्या करूं. जिसको करने के लिए बहुत कुछ होता है वो बोलता है मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है, जिसको करने की कुछ नहीं होता वो बोलता है आई एम गेटिंग बोर्ड. But both of them are afraid of something. They are fearful of something. That is an outcome of the thinking of whatever coming, what we are following that thought. Nothing wrong with that, but this is it. Even your faith is also your thinking. If I don't have this faith, then I will be in trouble. If I don't have this belief, then I will be in trouble. Let me believe this. Let me have faith in this. And nobody wants to invite trouble in their life. This is what the author is talking about. Thinking follows to maintain your survival. Even to maintain the survival of the thinking that you have, survival of the perceptions that you have about something. कि मेरा perception इसके बारे में यही है and I don't want to change it. Unless and until I have no choice but to change it. And even in that case, it's a question of survival only. So this will help me to survive. Okay, great
Yeah.
discussion, deep discussion. Thank you
Yeah.
so much
Thank
for
you.
being
Thank
in
you,
the morning
everybody. Bye
session.
bye. Have a nice weekend. To
Make
enjoy
your
the
weekend
budget
amazing.
today. Enjoy the budget today.
Absolutely. You have no choice but to accept whatever is being declared
No,
over
no,
there.
no, no, no. Accepting very positively. No choice is still negative.
See, positive and negative is your way of looking at certain things. Positive, negative actually does not exist. It is your way of looking at something. Positive means I am happy. When it is not positive, that means I am not happy. How about replacing that with good and not so good? मान लीजिए पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव वर्ड एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करता. How will you do it then? Even the bad word does not exist. So the only word that you have access to is the word called good. अब आप क्या बोलोगे? This is good or not so good? Good for whom? Had I been the finance minister, what would I have done? So whether you accept it or not, the only choice you are left with is to accept it. Because you are not in that authority to do anything over there. उसने जो बोल दिया वो आपको सुनना ही पड़ेगा. करना पड़ेगा कि नहीं वो आपके हाथ में है. The thinking that follows that thought. You have to accept whatever being said. The thinking that follows that thought is what is going to impact the quality of your life. And there is nothing positive or negative about it. It is just like that.
Yes, certainly. Okay. On this good
All
note,
right.
say bye bye. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Enjoy.
Yeah. So make your life amazing. Make your,
Yes.
है ना, निर्मला सीतारमन यूनियन बजट पेश कर रहे हैं, आप अपना बजट बनाओ. Are you working on your budget? If it is not, then it's of no use कि निर्मला सीतारमन ने क्या बोला ना क्या नहीं बोला. It doesn't make any difference to me. If I want to make a difference, let me work on my own budget. क्या मैं अपना खुद का बजट बनाता हूँ पूरा साल का? Do I know where are the deficits in advance? Many of us just don't do it. So we don't qualify whether the budget was the right or not the right one. खुद को क्वालिफाई करना तो कम से कम अपना बजट के ऊपर पहले काम करो, अपना पर्सनल बजट के ऊपर काम करो. Then you will get a sense of that what budgeting is all about. All right. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye
Make your
bye,
life amazing.
everybody.
Make
Bye
your day
bye.
amazing.